are you boys from?
Up to the stage now.
Righto, we've got all the shearers here for that first heat. Caleb, Cam, Guy, Ethan, Linton and Jacob. Now this is a 2-heat final. You get one shot at it, guys. Okay, can we welcome up onto the board, please, on stand number 6, Jacob Moore. Jacob Moore. On stand number 5, we have Linton Palmer. Stand number 4, Ethan Pankhurst. Guy Fraser's on stand number 3. Cam Hicks on 2 and Caleb Foot on stand number 1.
Hey, Aaron, are you ready to shear?
Shearing contractor.
If you want to shear now and Jacob can shear next, you'll be right. Oh, here he is, the man of the hour, the man himself.
Oh man, come around the corner and my bloody thing. I had a bit of
He's too busy answering his phone. That was the problem.
Well, when you get 50 phone calls a day, you got to answer at some stage.
So the phone call, the last one was tell him to get his butt round the corner. They get 6 of these lovely sheep to shear. These young fellas, second shear sheep, first prize is $300. This event sponsored by Cooper's, the Animal Health Company. Okay, shearers on the board. We have the flashing light. Everybody happy? Timekeepers are good. Judges, competitors, go.
Ooh,
Here we go.
This is the first heat of these Young Farmers Blue Ribbon event. Young Caleb Foot there. He's only a senior shearer, but don't you worry about that. You'll see him in the Open next year. Pretty good young man. He'll be representing the Northern region. Cam Hicks out of the Manawatu. We've just seen him shearing in that teams event. Guy Favours, Tom Renui, Ethan Pankhurst, those boys there. Linton Palmer, all these boys up there before. It looks like it might be Palmer that's got up the head first. No, it's this young senior shearer down here on stand 1 and Pankhurst on 4 there. They're going to go for the doctor, these boys. This looks pretty good. What do you think there, Morgan?
Oh, that Ethan Pankhurst, look at his flowing style. He's been learning with some of the best shearers in the country, and he's been paying pretty close attention by the look of it. He comes down over that shoulder now, clears the flank. Beautiful, big, full, sweeping blows right out the leg. He's not leaving anything behind to go back for. He's going to drop his first sheep and be in before anyone else even drops their sheep. He started his second one. 1:06 seconds gone, but not far off the open pace. These are the future. It's not hard to imagine seeing these same 6 names in an open final in the future, Richard.
No, you'd be dead right there. I know young Foot there on stand 1. He got a prize for a most promising young shearer or whatever, youth shearer was it at Tikawiti last year. And he's certainly one that's on the move up. But then don't worry about those others. That Linton Palmer, the big boy down there, I think he got a quality prize in the Woolhandling last night, if it's the same lad. But look at him. They're all pretty good. But it's Pankhurst there on stand 4. He's the one setting the pace. That time's pretty good. But then Pankhurst's already up in that open and going pretty well. Look at the big blows going in from Jacob Moore down the end there. Cam Hicks, your good mate there from Martin. He just comes up round the neck. He's a little bit behind at this stage. Must have been out partying too much. Too many beers last night. It's a bit like Caleb Foot. It looks as though he forgot the comb this morning when he got out of bed, but that doesn't matter. Look, I'm down there. I'm going to beat this young Pankhurst off. I might be a senior shearer. Don't you worry about that. And he's the one that drops it out. There's your senior shearer amongst these boys. He's in for the second sheep. Just a blow or two ahead of the others. This is looking pretty good, isn't it, Morgan?
Yeah, that Guy Fraser, he always looks good, though. He told me there's 3 eyes in shearing, and it's image is everything. He's all about the image, this boy. And look at him coming down that last side now. He's just cleaning that sheep up nicely. He doesn't miss a blow. His comb doesn't get hung up. He just finishes each blow right where he starts it. He's quite happy with how he's shearing at the moment. He says, Ethan, you can stretch ahead if you want, but I'm within striking distance. I've got the job right. Jacob Moore brings his third sheep out on the board. Guy Fraser and Cameron Hicks are shearing along together. Linton Palmer, he's only half a blow behind. The belly comes off together, but it's all Ethan Pankhurst on stand number 4. He steps over into the long blow. He's making the turn on his third sheep in 3 minutes and 16 seconds, just on a 1:10 average. It's a quick time to keep up there, up on the lights. They're all senior, the old open shearer there, but they're the juniors in our world here at the moment. They're the up-and-comers. They're looking for their names in the open in the next few years. And Ethan Pankhurst, he wants to hit sooner rather than later. Quick change of steel for Ethan. Caleb Foot is back in, bounces in the pen. I think he's got a bit of a lead now, Richard.
Yes, he's looking pretty good up there on stand 1, but they're all looking good. I don't know, there wouldn't be too many cockies in the country, wouldn't be happy having any of these boys in their shed there, pulling a few out of the pen. They're doing a lovely job. The whole 6 of them are doing a beautiful job. There's another one from Cameron Hicks, flicks in the board. There's Fraser, he changes his comb. Not that happy with it. I don't know how many are left in the pen, but you look up at the points there. They're looking pretty good with the points up on the screen as well. Linton Palmer there just putting the finishing touches on number 3, but Pankhurst is down into the long blows. He's stretched it out. Obviously Foot got a bit of a wriggly one there. He's lost a few blows, either that or Ethan's put the afterburners on. He's really flying down that last side. Look at him go. That's pretty good quality points up there from all of them.
Ethan has found another gear. He's got a couple gears in reserve, and he's starting to use them now. He's starting to flow. He's starting to enjoy himself. He's building that rhythm. Chucks another one down. The movements are getting more and more economical. Stretches the sheep out. Grabs a handpiece, and the belly just falls off for him. Ooh, a bit of a battle there, but he gets her under control. Here comes Guy Fraser. Long blow time for Guy Fraser. Up the back of the neck he comes. There's a good bit of life in these sheep. But these boys, these young farmers, they're showing us how it's done. It's quite a good demonstration. Look, Jacob Moore on stand number 6. He drops into the shoulder on his 4th sheep now. And the flank comes off. He's notable for his footwork. His footwork pattern is perfect. He never has a foot out of place. Look at it, he steps over tight. He's got that sheep tucked up exactly how he wants it. She's completely in his control, and it's all from his toes and his knees. His left hand's working. Both hands are working as he comes down, but that sheep's sitting right there for his handpiece. He's just got to put each blow in, Richard.
Ethan Pankhurst there. Looks like he's off down the last side. There's only 5 in this heat, I believe, isn't it, Morgan? There's only 5 sheep here, isn't it?
Oh, I guess we're going to find out in a minute.
We'll find out if he pushes the button, won't we? But look at Pankhurst down there. Just another couple of blows. But look how Foot's come back at him. He was the full long blows behind him. Pankhurst had a bit of a wriggler. He's thinking he's in. No, it's sheep number 6. Both of them in for sheep number 6. Obviously, they've got a few to do. This is a two heat final. So, yeah, there might be a few more in there. Fraser there into those long blows again. But even Cam Hicks coming down there on stand 2. The man from Martin there, just working away down there. And quietly down there in there, that Jacob Moore. He's got a bit of a wriggler. Oh, he pops out, loses a blow or 2 there. Palmer comes around the long blows as well. And here you are, stands 4 and stands 1. Foot and Pankhurst pretty much blow for blow. You'll see these boys in the next year or 2 having a little bit of competition. Yes, they certainly are. The young farmers, all supposed to be under 30. They all look like they're well under that. And it's great to see the young farmers here. They started the Golden Shears competition all those years ago, back in 1958. And it's great to see we've still got young farmers here going as well. But it's excellent. Where do you think Pankhurst is going there with a bit of a struggle? He's got a couple of blows, Morgan. Just about there by the look of it.
Oh, Caleb's within striking distance. You've got a good last side. You can catch him, Caleb. Fullback comb up and bring it home. Here goes Ethan Pankhurst. Down out the sock. Round the arse he comes, and he's going to drop his 6 and hit the button. 7 minutes, 26 seconds it took him. That's a quick time, and all these young farmers, they've got to go home and muster the back paddock now. There's a bit of work on today. The shearing's just the morning off for them. They're used to shearing in the morning and running the dogs at night. Caleb Foot takes his time as well. Linton Palmer comes up the neck. Cam Hicks takes his time. He wasn't far off for pace. Has his quality been good enough? We're not going to see their pen points till later because this is a straight final. It's a 2-heat final. The best shearer will get the prize money.
But you look up there at their penalty points on the board, and it appears that young Caleb Foot's had a pretty good shear. Pankhurst down there, he's breathing pretty hard. He was working pretty hard as well, but it's that man, Guy Fraser from Tomaranui, just pushes the button there. He'll be pretty happy with his shear as well. Linton Palmer, the man from Southland there, just coming on that last side. Jacob Moore from Martin. Not quite as quick as these other boys, but let's not worry about that. I've got my quality, he reckons. He wasn't too flustered. Let them go. Just 3 or 4 more blows there, and Linton Palmer will be looking for that button, and we'll be shortly into that second heat. That second heat, they know what these boys have done. A little bit of a struggler there. Come on, Jacob, get that sheep under control. Down goes Linton Palmer's, and he stands up, has a quick look to see what I've done, takes a breath, and there's Jacob Moore. Give him a good hand, folks. That's your first heat of the Blue Ribbon Final for the young farmers. Not much of a noise there. Come on, folks. Give them a bit of encouragement. Well done, guys.
Just a little point there. You can see that there's no points in the outside points. This is a straight-out final, 2 heat. That's why we're holding back those outside points.
Yeah, thanks, fellas. We'll get underway with Heat 2 of our YFC Blue Ribbon Final. Heat 2, Corey Palmer on 1, Jimmy Samuels, Aaron Haynes, Jack Fagan shearing on 4, Mark Granger on 5, Aaron Bell on stand 6. Just another reminder, please, senior semi-finalists, senior shearing semi-finalists will be underway with that event straight after the presentation of the YFC. Conan Tukini, Tadilis McGruddy, David Gower, Jacob Moore, Tom Perry, Guy Fraser. Heat 2, Catherine Maluli, Bevan Perry, Aaron Bell, Kieran Devan, George Hawkins, Paul Hodges. And Heat 3, Jordan Boys, Stuart Davison, Caleb Foote, Lee Harris, Darren Alexander, Whanaki Forey.
Okay, shearers, take the board, please. We've got a green light up the back here, so we'll set this thing alight again. Second heat to the Blue Ribbon YFC event. Second heat of the final. Timekeepers are good. Judges, competitors, go.
Okay, this is the second heat. This looks a little bit different. Hang on, you've got a couple of open finalists up here. You look at this is a lot better. Young Jimmy Samuels there on stand 2. This boy made that top 30 yesterday and he was wrapped with this. He'll want to make this and take it home. Corey Palmer, Big Bro was down there before. But Jack Fagan there, you know, that on stand 4. This boy's been in a few finals. And that Fagan name just doesn't seem to want to go away. Mark Granger there on stand 5. This lad was pretty disappointed not making that top 12 last night. But like a few of those other shearers, they get a couple of rough sheep and all of a sudden she's bloody, you missed out. But Mark there, he's obviously pretty determined. Look at him, he's coming, he's setting the pace down there and doing a beautiful job as he comes around that sheep. Saw what that first heat did. It's a bit of a worry. He's putting the pedal down, isn't he there, Morg?
Yeah, I see the judge gets in Aaron Bell's way. He doesn't worry, he just turns the other shoulder. Aaron and Jimmy are shearing along together. Mark Granger's got his second sheep out on the board. In goes Aaron Haynes, the strong boy from the fielding. Man or two, Jack Fagan comes in behind him. Corey Palmer drops his first sheep. In goes Jimmy Samuels. Jimmy, he's a beautiful clean shearer, isn't he? He managed to make a whole comb look like a half comb job. He just takes it, strokes the belly off now. Out the leg he goes. Mark Granger's up the neck and he says, I've been here, done that. Hurry up, Jimmy, if you want some prize money. Ooh, a bit of a wriggle. These sheep are pretty good at evening the field out. It's good to see 4 of our top 30 open shearers are young farmers and they're representing their clubs at the Young Farming Blue Ribbon title. Here, Richard.
Jack Fagan and Mark there, both the Tikawiti boys there, pretty much blow for blow. But Granger's looking really pretty determined there. He's doing a good shear. But Aaron Haynes is not taking anything. He says, the heck with you boys, I'm going to take this back to the Manawa too. And Jimmy Samuels, as you say there, just clicks that sheep and heads down. Corey Palmer, the man from Southland there, squeezes that head down, comes off down the neck. And Aaron, the young man down there on the far stand, just quietly running. Doesn't look like he's in a rush, but boy, that's a beautiful quality job being done down there as well. But Mark Granger, that man there on stand 5, flips the belly out there, goes and does round those back legs, gets ready to go in for that big undermine blows. 2 legs open, 2 blows open up that leg. Now we go to the big undermine blows. 1, 2. But Aaron Haynes is already around behind the head and dropping down into the long blows. He's got a good 4 or 5 blow lead there on these 2 boys on 4 and 5. Aaron Bell just flicks that belly out behind. Jimmy Samuels comes up the neck. Palmer comes around onto that last side, but now you've got Haynes just building a tidy little lead there on stand 3. This is the man that was second in the final last year to Gavin Much. Look at him there, just cleans off down that side. He would dearly love to win this ribbon. Bit of a wriggler there for Fagan. He gets it back under control. Granger there's got a bit of a toughie. He's taking the tough one out of his pen. Haynes looks what's under his comb there, pulls out sheep number 4.
3 minutes 25 gone. I think they're trying to catch up with Ethan Pankhurst's time. He was just on 1:06 per sheep, and these boys are just off the pace a little bit. Come on, Aaron, lift your game. Come on, Jimmy. Don't let them get away from you. I see Aaron had most of half a sheep on it, but Jimmy brings the belly off before Aaron's completed the undermine now. Come on, Jimmy Samuels. Come on, Corey Palmer. Don't let them get away. Do it for Southland. Aaron Bell bounces in the pen. He's got 2 hungry mouths to feed, cheering him on in the crowd. Emma Moore's there cheering you on. Come on, Aaron. Go, Aaron, she reckons. Cohen's there cheering him on. Mark Granger's up the neck and away. Jack Fagan's round behind the head, but it's all Aaron Hayne. It's long blow time for him. He clears the cheek and comes down the last side now on his 4th sheep. 4 minutes and 20 seconds gone. But here comes Jimmy Samuels. He's long blow time for Jimmy Samuels. Cheek comes off. He's starting to flow now. It's an enjoyable task for Jimmy. He loves to shear. He was born to shear. Aaron Haynes, he changes his steel again. He wasn't happy with that comb either. 4th sheep down the porthole. 5th one on the board. 4 minutes 42 gone, Richard.
Going pretty well. Your man Jimmy Samuels there. He certainly made a bit of ground up on that sheep. Just starting to get a sweat up. He's also changed his seal. Jack Fagan had a couple of strugglers, but they're looking pretty good. And Coopers, this is the Coopers Young Farmers Final. The sponsors here, they do a great job. I have done for many years. Jack Fagan's got a real little struggler there. Let's Granger get back and run. A big undermine there from Granger. Aaron Bell just pops down. He looks like he's just got a little bit of a wriggle on there, but it's Haynes, the man from Man or Two, or one of the fielding flyers. Him and Henderson, both there, pretty much here, sheep for sheep. But look at him, he's round onto that last side. He'll be in for that last sheep. Looks like the pace is coming on. What do you think there, Morgie?
Yeah, Jimmy Samuels is just building it up. Mark Granger's dropping into the flank, and Jimmy's only a couple blows behind. The man of the best here in the Young Farmers. But it's all Aaron Haynes flowing down that last side. He's built his rhythm nicely throughout the heat, and he's got faster and faster. Look at him go. Belly comes off. Jack Fagan comes over the shoulder. And Mark Granger comes down the last side now. 2 more blows and he'll drop and grab his 6th and final sheep. The race is on. Come on, Jimmy, don't let him get away. Corey Palmer's caught up with Jimmy and Jack. The man on stand number 1, the Southland man, he's snuck up there, out of nowhere. In the pen goes Jimmy Samuels. Jack Fagan, he saved his best till last. He's got a nice young hogget there to shear. Aaron Bell's coming over his shoulder, down the last side. He's flowing along there, just like water down a rock. Look at him go, that man, lifting the leg like an Aussie style.
Aaron Bell looks like he's a bit of a regular there, has to pop the head out. He's having a fair little discussion with that young lady about tearing the last of her clothes off. Come on, the audience out there, we don't hear much cheering for these boys. You're pretty quiet. I know it's early in the day, but start using your voice. We are. But there's Haynes there on stand 3, just starting to put the finishing touches in on his 6th and final sheep. Look at that time. He's just going to be on that 7 minutes. So they are a little bit quicker than the other boys. But look at the quality points up there. I don't know. I think that first heat was better. Mark Granger there on that last lead. Jack Fagan's tearing down that last side. As you said, Morgan, he's had a beautiful sheep, that last one. Pushes the king. Just on 7 minutes, 15 seconds. Granger blower 2 away. Jimmy Samuels right there. Palmer right there. Look at this. Bang, bang, bang. All together. Quick as a blow. It happens straight like that. Aaron Bell, the young man down there. Very relaxed style. Just pulls it around there. He's not in a rush. I'll just worry about what's outside, he says.
There's no noise from the crowd. I've been mesmerised by Jimmy Samuels' beautiful style. Look at him. What a shearer, what a stature. Aaron Haynes, there was a masterclass display of young farmers shearing. We look forward to seeing these guys up here again.
Give them a big hand and a round of applause, folks. That's the second heat of your final for the Young Farmers Blue Ribbon events, proudly sponsored by Coopers.
Yeah, thanks, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be underway with our senior semi-finals. There's 3 heats in this event, and they'll all shear 8 second shear.